Silly churl.
Planning on spending some time in Xiaoying Village? We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run into her.
Huh? Go!
The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float. Cream! Huh? Did you hear that? Sunshine! Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
Well, if it isn't my Dipsy, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today.
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite to you, too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, and that voice we heard...
Oh, impressive.
That or your voice is just really...
Well, of course it is.
Indeed. I suppose it's an...
Sure is! Having loud... Wait. That wasn't even Paimon just wants to know why you two were... There was something about almonds, maybe? And
No, it's not a code. The words are...
Perhaps. But that's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not Exactly. You get... I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here and they said it was fine. Apparently so, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top.
Speak for yourself.
When you're stressed, don't you ever just get the urge to do something for no...
Not really. If I ever get stressed...
Oh, that's a pretty good way to...
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why...
As long long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that—
Oh, I bet you guys are no need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting.
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina—
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted.
Ah, that reminds me. I believe what she...
So, you could actually hear what she was saying?
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of— She probably would have never thought— No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back.
What? Nervalet was here too? What was he doing here? It couldn't have been for vacation.
I think it just might have been, actually. But apparently he only stayed...
Nervalet is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently? Maybe he was inspired to come buy some tea after...
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you.
You Fontanians and your tea.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley. It was just us. Ridesley gets really invested in that sort of thing. But he couldn't care less about... You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't...
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talk. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy...
Please, do I look like someone who would...
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard...
Oh, that's right. Who tell? A few days ago, we heard that a friend was going to be in Qiaoying Village. So we decided...
Oh dear. We've been chatting for quite...
We should probably head out and look for who tell...
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so...
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Qiaoying Village later.
Sounds good. We're gonna head... Qiaoying Village is known for its tea. But you know what else they have with tea? Didn't Gammix say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't get... Now, let's see what kind of yummy thing... Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao? Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about Qiaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into... Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide, but... Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets things are... It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli. All right, no time to waste. Let's go see who's right. Good afternoon, Hu Tao, Zhongli, and Farina. Oh, great. Now Paimon...
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
That we were able to meet you both without
Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the looks like someone's learned a thing or two from Zhongli. I must admit, but seeing as you're a hero who's been all over to that, since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this...
It appears you have been to Fontaine then, given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go. It's no
What I mean to say is, you flatter... Although I've built up a certain following within... I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of... There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matter, is he just feigning ignorance for my...
No. You're no common
Does that mean Hu Tao...
You may not have heard, friends, but... Miss Farina is now one of my...
Okay. Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
Huh? What's this about when...
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets.
We just saw you guys standing on the side.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend. That I did. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By new...
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was...
Ha! You see? Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a... Hey, don't be upset, Traveler. How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl, and Paimon will also buy you a bowl.
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring...
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. Something happened?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you know, with you...
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought, since you hired the service...
Really, Paimon, it's not like you don't know me. Do I look like... Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some... Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, Hey! That's pretty...
Oh, Paimon! So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the service?
Well, my original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then...
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me...
Oh?
It's someone you know. What?
How did you guess that on... Very impressive, my friend.
Huh. Paimon never thought Neville...
I'm sure he didn't get lost. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived.
Yup, that's exactly what... This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
So, were you the one that pointed...
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. But speaking of your...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much. No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never...
All in all, he was only here for half a day.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of...
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some...
Is that...
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, at the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive...
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a...
Is that so? To borrow Miss Farina's...
Well, with the Traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance.
That's right. She's got more friends than she knows.
Well, that certainly... Oh, that reminds me. If you just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. But also, it seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years. You're quite right.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina. Though...
Oh, it's Navia and Clorand. Hey, over here!
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
No apologies necessary. And
Straight to the point. It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably...
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina, when are you planning to head back?
I mean, you're not my subordinate.
I didn't mean it. It's normal for... friend.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate.
exactly. Just like 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them, an old house. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle.
My dear demoiselle, lady.
Of course.
By the way, did I hear you mention that Chlorian? Then you must have also been a leader at...
Well, besides being a leader, I prefer how things are now.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax.
Only the best. Thank you so much, Miss Huta.
It's fine. The next time you're in this neck of the woods,
Dim sum. Is that some...
they are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweet...
Oh, so it's basically...
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so...
Ooh, okay.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all...
Of course I am. I bought a kite, a parasol, a little tin for... Chlorand is the one who didn't...
So, all you're bringing...
And some tea-flavored hard candy.
Chlorand isn't much of a...
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know.
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. Other than that, just some bit... They should all be things I can use.
Now, Paimon, if you bought that much stuff, where did it all go?
Oh,
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with...
Oh, so that... Wait, what? Why did he take them?
That Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had. I felt a bit bad at first, but...
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the fortress of Maripede for... Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do...
See, even Chlorand was happy if even his trusty subordinate agreed.
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful. Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Corinne said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Maripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette. But we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
Oh, it's you. It has been... Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work...
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Neuvillette?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the... I am hardly bereft of time, however. So work...
Really? If you have have so much time on your hands, then what?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of... I see. Thank you for Yes, they...
I have to just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty
I was just passing through.
All right. Then I hereby confirm
A verbal receipt of confirmation?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think?
But much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half?
That explains it then. Well, go ahead and leave them to me.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to...
This is a stone slate.
Well, that is an apt description. It is
a legal codex.
Before the advent of modern writing utensils, information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law.
Oh.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the fairness. As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a... During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the... We joked with Clarence some time ago about gifting you a legal...
So that's what the...
I did not expect you to remember it as well.
It is a very good... I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your a gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place.
Surely there's no need for such...
Just kidding. I don't have anything like it, but we do have a storage room.
That sounds good.
So that's what you were doing.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, the aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue the... If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should... Then we are of the same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
If you say so, but you know you don't have to justify a vacation, right? After all, you're hardly bereft of time. You can do whatever you want.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I just... Refreshing. My spontaneous... Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted. But now, this is also...
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to...
That was indeed one of my inspirations, really. To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival around such an important holiday such as this, human custom... But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you... You are most welcome. Happy Lent. Approved. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence. But my proclivity to refrain from personal outings does in part originate from... But now I see that the human world is indeed full of...